videos, all of them, a couple of times. So I'm trying to figure out how to tie it all together to figure out precisely when I'm supposed to enter the market, what stop loss is supposed to be, and take profit. So I just because everything isn't sequentially ordered, I'm trying to figure out how it all ties together to effectively get in and out, because I just don't know, and I've tried it on my demo account and I just keep losing. Even on, well, before when I tried to do some things on the real account, I just kept on losing.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna show you some couple of things I do. Okay. Firstly, we're gonna start with the US30 regular strategy. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that works on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, right? And it works with the news, right? And if you got my EA, it usually gives you market trends to follow, right? So if I'm using the regular US30 strategy, all I have to do is come here and go to Forex Factory. Okay, once on Forex Factory, I'm gonna filter just USD. Okay, since I'm only trading the US Open, so I'm focused mainly on USD pair. Okay, so once I have that, now we're just gonna do a little back test from last week and see what happened. Okay. Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so US30 regular strategy, I'm gonna be trading on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. You can see this is my time for the US Open is 1:30. I don't know what your time is for US Open, of course.
So when you say US Open, the open of what, the stock market, or
yeah,
or
the
open of
US
the
market.
market?
Yeah,
Okay, so,
but I use this. You could see when you go to Forex Factory and your time is synchronized to the platform time, 1:30 is when the US news comes out.
okay.
For your country, it might be different. So you could just use that. So usually I'm on my chart by 1 and I start trading by 1:30 for the US30. So I'm just gonna go on. Wednesday was 13th. So I have 13th here. So if I'm using the regular US30 strategy, I have 3 time frames. I focus on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and the 15 minutes, right? So usually I will find a setup on any of those time frames, and I trade both US30 and US oil. Because if I can't find a setup on the US30, I usually will find one on US oil or crude oil. Okay.
Okay.
Which is this.
All right. So real quick, let me I'm in my demo account. I'm gonna bring up US30, and so the strategy, the EA that you sent. Let me load that up because I'm trying to figure out what the lines are for mine. Mine doesn't look like that. So do I have to change anything with the inputs?
No, not really.
Okay. So let me say go. So when I click, I started the EA on mine. And when I click auto trading, nothing happens on mine.
Okay. Are you using a MacBook or Windows?
I'm using a PC, a Windows machine.
Okay. Where did you fix your EA? Was it in the expert folder or indicators folder?
The expert advisors.
Okay. It doesn't trade for you automatically.
Right. Right. So do I put it, and because the instructions that you sent said to put it in the expert advisors folder.
Yeah. Once it's there, I can't use this laptop, right? This is a MacBook, so it doesn't work here. So if you fix it, open data folder, right? Go MQL for an expert. Once you have it here, you just drag and drop and it should come up. Did you try, you know what to do? The market is closed, so it might not show right away. Maybe when the market opens, you can try it again, okay?
Okay. So, and so what is supposed to happen? What am I supposed to see? Because I see a blue line and a white line on yours.
Okay,
Am I supposed to see those lines?
yeah, these are the moving averages we use.
Okay.
The 200 moving average just for the trend,
It's
and
the
the
blue
20,
line, the white line.
yeah, yeah, the white line is for your end, for your buy or sell. Usually,
Okay.
if I'm in a sell market, I use the high. You find that on the EA. If I'm on a buy market, I use the low. Okay, so that's
Okay.
just the only thing. That's so 20 exponential low. Okay, now I sent some couple of numbers which were something like I can fix this right here. So I usually just do this manually. So I have like 20,450, right? So this will be
Okay.
like a round number, and I'll have another one here. The next one will be 28,650. Okay.
All right.
So
So,
I'll have 650. I will have 850. I will have just 50. So let me just fix some more. So I'll have 850 here. And I'll have 250. Do you understand the sequence? So it's like 200 points difference for each.
so, and these are, so you're just placing these horizontal lines at
Yeah.
these key points, these key
Yeah.
levels.
Yeah. These are key levels because the US30 has, it respects those levels. You could see it clearly, right? So you could see the level was respected and came here, reversed back to the 28,450, went back, close here. So depending on the broker you're using, some brokers are off by a little number, so you could compare them to find which one works best for you. Okay, but you could see this is what I do. So now, usually if I'm trading the US30, I check, like for Friday, I'm sure you saw my trade on the buy. I got my entry on the 15 minutes, right? And on the 1 minute, but I use the 15 minutes, so which was, since it's a buy market, so I have my points. You know how to take your points, right?
With the good tool, yeah.
Okay, which is 1, 2, 3. Okay. So from this, I expect my the trade went to my first take profit. Didn't get to the second, then there was a reverse, and my stop loss was just below this, right? So I actually closed at the 2850.
Uh-huh.
20,850, and I was expecting a pullback. And if I got a pullback, I'll look for another entry. But I didn't get a pullback early, and there was this huge sell-off. So coming in tomorrow, what I'll be looking for is a buy formation to the 265, a little pullback, and once it breaks, I'll take another entry up and to the third take profit. Okay.
So how do you know that it won't actually continue down to the 28,250?
Okay. Now that's why I have my stop loss, right? Now, if I'm
Right.
not sure, I usually have my stop loss. No matter how
Okay.
sure I am, once it gets to that price, I'm out. And if I have to look
Right.
for another entry, I will. But I also combine my entries with the JP2500. I covered that in the videos. Now, I'm going to show you something, but I want us to go back to the cut report and the rest, okay? So
Okay.
I come to my chat. I hope this is making sense because there's a lot of information and I'm trying to pass it as fast as possible. Now,
Yeah.
this is market.com. Okay, market.com. This is a demo and this is the web platform. Okay, so here you could get a lot of statistics, a lot of info. So once you come on this market.com, so once you come on the statistics, you'll be able to see some information you need. So you can see the trend. So we have the bearish and the bullish. We have 50% and 49%. So basically the market doesn't really have a structure because both bears and bulls are almost at the same percent, right?
Right.
So you could go on events. and you can see what events are coming up, and you can go on the profile, and there's something I wanted to show you. I can't find this, and it was here. It was supposed to be written here insight, but I think maybe it will be there when the market opens. Let me check on a currency pair. Maybe we'll have on one of those. Okay. So you can see on inside, right? So you can see the market sentiment and all.
Okay.
So you can see this is for Euro USD. So you can see we have bullish and bearish, but we're focused on the US30. So usually you see those percentages and you see how the news will affect. So if you click here, you see daily news sentiment is moving lower, and I haven't traded the Euro USD, so I don't really know what happened to it over the week. But
yeah, it was kind of nuts because it happened to GBP USD. I was going to trade for that, and the prime minister said something, and it dropped like ridiculous.
Okay, so right. So okay, let's take GPB for example. So you can see the key statistics here. Okay, so you can see bearish is 56 and bullish, but you can see from the new sentiment we should be going bullish. So right. GPB should be a buy because we have more sellers and the new sentiment is saying buy. So if I'm trading the GPB now, I'll be more focused on looking for buy entries, either on the 1 minute or 5 or the 1 hour.
Okay.
But right now, I want to know, what do you want to focus on? Do you want to focus on currencies or on the
I prefer to focus on the US30 because it moves so quickly, and I can make, you know, a decent amount, you know, easier and faster than with the other the currency pairs.
So basically, let's say I have my US30 here. I can't really find the inside, but let's say I just take this. So from
that, I'm sorry, that's the DE30. US30 is one down. That's DAX that you're looking at.
So, I'm sorry.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, there we go.
Right. So I was surprised because I knew there was some insight on the US. So you could see the inside here, right?
Okay.
So you can see bearish and bullish. So you can see from the news, daily news sentiment is moving higher, and 80% of the last 10 occurrence price has risen within 4 days. Do you get that? So you're more focused on buying. So basically what I'll be looking for in the market is basically buy. So I'll go on the 1 minute, I'll go on the 5 minute, I'll go on the 15 minutes, and on the 1 hour. Now, all you have to do is measure the risks you're taking and make sure all your trades have stop loss, okay?
Of course.
So if I go back to the chart, now you can see on the 15 minute, I could see a setup and it went right to this point. So you see, there are a lot of things I consider. I consider these lines, right? I consider the JP2500. So let me just add this here. Okay. So now I know my trend and I consider this also. So I really don't think we'll be able to cover this in one day. So I think we might have to fix another class because it's a lot of information and I don't want you to get confused. So we're going to take it bit by bit. So, but let me just show you something else before we come back.
Really quick, why do you factor in the JP2500? Because they move similarly? They
move similarly and you could use them to predict a change in trend. That's what I'm going to show you right now.
Okay.
Okay, you see, for example, in a buy market, right? When this market is buying, if they want to be a change, let me show you right here. You can see this point. That was on the 12th.
Okay.
So what you need to check is you will notice for this there wasn't a break of this high, but for this there was. Can you see that?
Yes, yeah, for sure.
So those are some of the things I noticed. And once there's a break for this and not this, then there's probably going to be a change in trend.
Reversal. Gotcha.
Okay, so you can see on the 15th, you check this. So you see here, there was a break here, but there wasn't here. So this gives you another baseline, and then you could add in your numbers. Let's say, basically you really can't tell the market what to do. So the best you could do is to make sure your risk management is on point. So whenever you're wrong, you don't lose that much, okay? So if you check for this here, it was right around. So I usually use the even numbers, which is the 250, 650, but there are others like the 150 also. You could add that to your chart. So you see, it was right on the 150 that this trend got unchanged. You can see that, right? 28,150. So those are some points I noticed, coupled with the fact that I know the market is supposed to be a buy.
Okay.
So let's say I know the market is going to change direction, and this is a separate strategy, because I don't wait for a formation, right? I just look for levels where I expect a reversal, and I look at the pattern, compare this and this. Okay,
got you.
so if I'm taking a trade here, I'm just gonna say, okay, if I'm risking, if I take a trade here, then my stop loss shouldn't be up to 100, which will be
50 pips.
50 pips. And if I'm taking my take profit, if this is 1, then I'm closing at
that first key level.
So yeah, so I have a odd number, not the first key level per se. I could just lock in profit and just see what happens depending on the day. So you can see where it went. It went to a second level. So I have this saved here. Let me show you this if it works right. So I have this point. So I have the even numbers in blue and I have the odd numbers in red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So do you see? So if I'm trading, if a market leaves this point, it's coming to this, then this. So usually I used, if the reversal was on a odd number, I'm looking for the next odd number or the next point. So if for this, you can see this started here, went here, came here, and then there was a pullback, and then this started here, and then came here, and there was a pullback. So if I'm looking for another entry here, let's say I don't pick this here and it comes here. If I'm picking here, I'm going to be closing up here. So you could just pick these numbers. Now, is the problem is so much information, and I don't know how to pass it to you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to do most of these calls with other students because you're the first student in the advanced class that I'm taking a class with, right? So I have to do it with other students. So the best thing for us to do is, once I have a class with you, the rest of the student watch, we have more questions. I try as much as possible to have a video call with someone else, make more videos, and then we get to understand. But these are some key factors you need to consider. So you can see this U-turn here, right? You can see the turn here. Can you see this?
Yeah. So hold on. Just let me. Is it okay if I take a screenshot?
Sure. I'm recording the video, so you're definitely gonna get it.
Okay.
There's a recording, so you get the video. I'm sending it to you guys. So you see this?
Yes.
Right on the price before, and there was one before Donald Trump tweeted. You can see this also before the tweet of Donald Trump.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So it's not guessing. It's just, okay, let's say we on the 6th, you could see this cross, right? So let me check the JP2500 and see what happened on the 6th. Okay, though some I might have to explain, because this market on the 6th was actually supposed to be a buy, but the tweet sent things trembling. And you can see when it got to this level, it's changed. Right on the 27,650.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Are you there?
Yeah, you keep it keeps coming in and out.
Okay. Sorry, I think my network is very bad. So basically, this is what I do. I check the insides. Okay, so you can see the inside, like what do you expect? What are traders doing? Are they buying? Are they selling? So you can see right now traders are selling, right?
Okay.
Even if the market sentiment says is also a sell, but our key insight said
You
a
should
buy.
buy. Holy cow. Okay. This is great, man. This is awesome.
So they just so much information, and you could do this for any pair. I mean, Forex, indices. Let me see if this has insight on them. So this is just markets.com. I'm sure if you can't get the app, you could use the web version, and it works great. You could even use them to trade. I mean, they're a very good broker. Okay, this one doesn't, they don't have insight. So, but we have the insight on the US30, we have on some other pairs. So, so these are some of the informations I follow, coupled with my US30 strategy. Okay.
I'm sorry, you broke up. You said that's some of the information you follow.
Yeah, and then combined with my US30 strategy where I apply the news.
Okay.
So, because some days the market move very fast, some days they are very slow. But once you have these lines,
So
you know
what's
where.
the point of
Okay.
yeah, what when it's most active?
Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
For trading.
Yeah.
Okay.
But depending, let's say if there was a news on Friday and the market didn't move on Friday, it might pick up on Monday. Because usually, let me see, there was a Monday where the market picked up. I think it was this. I can't really remember. The market moved mostly on the NAS 100, which is the US tech, but we're focused on the US 30. So basically, just follow those informations, and once you see a setup like this, what I have to check is if I'm gonna have a pull or a change in direction. Okay, I'm gonna check the JP2500 and check what was happening at that spot, and check if there was a cross of that level or not. Now, let me show you something. You remember the crash that happened before the coronavirus?
Back in March.
Yeah.
March 20th, I think is when it was.
March. This, right?
No, that's June. No, it's a little bit further back.
Okay, this. And go on the 1 day. Same thing here.
Yep, there it is.
Okay. So you see this? See there was a cross here? It broke this. Can you see? It never broke this level, but it broke this.
So that was your indication that it was coming down.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Gotcha.
Okay. So you just have to go back and study these things. And if you have any more questions, you just ask, and I'll try the best I can to explain how I view the market, because most of the strategies I use were not taught. I developed them myself. I wasn't studying somebody's course, or I didn't pay for any course. It was just study, and I saw some of these things. So it's not something I could explain easily. Some of them are just in my head.
Gotcha.
So I tried my best to explain to you guys. So basically, this is why the advance is a bit different. Okay, so this happens both on the 1 minute, both on the 5 minute, both on the 15, the 1 hour, and usually for if you want to expect a big sell-off on this, right? Usually the US30 will cross and the JP2500 will not cross. If you're expecting a pullback for a buy, usually the JP2500 will take out the low, but the US30 wouldn't.
Would not.
So that will be when you expect a reversal, okay? Gotcha. So you have to just go back a little, study some of these things, try and check, you know, Donald Trump could tweet, and then you have to pay attention to some of the news, because usually the US30 respects the news a lot. Okay, so I think we'll have to fix another class, because I don't think this is enough. So I'll try my best over the week. We'll just make as much class as we can with other students, with yourself, and see how we could move forward. Okay.
I appreciate it. So just one last quick question. So when the trend expert advisor is running, what should I be seeing on the screen? I mean, what actually pulls? Oh yeah, actually I remember seeing it. There's some stuff off to the side. It said sell versus buy. Got you.
Yeah, that's just for the regular US30 strategy. It doesn't apply to this.
Okay.
But
okay.
you could combine all that. Yeah. So that's all for this. But usually just try as much as possible to use the lines. Okay.
Right.
They are very helpful. They're like very, very helpful.
So do you have a did you send out an EA for that, for the lines?
There is an EA, but it doesn't bring out these lines the way I want them. So okay. I think I'm gonna work on an EA. I think I have to meet a programmer tomorrow. I don't program myself, so I'll meet somebody to make an EA for me. This specification. There's one on Play Store. Sorry, in the market. I think this is the name. Let me check. Let me type it for you guys.
So these lines, I can just draw them out though.
Yeah, you can draw them up, or you could get this indicator. Okay, this is the name.
Waltsoft. Let me write that down.
So I don't know if it will give you the same numbers, but these are the numbers to look at. Okay, these are the numbers to look at.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Nice. So I guess we'll talk more in the group. I'm gonna upload this video for other students to see. So if you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Will do. I appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.